Really, really proud of my team. To not play since the 21st, to find out at probably about 12:15, 12:30 that we were going to be without Ish, and then to get down like we did, and that's credit to Cal. It's all of them. They came out, they were ready to go, they made shots, they got to the glass, they drove us, they got to the foul line. 28 of their 42 in the first half were second chance points and from the foul line. But I thought the way we closed the half in the first half was huge. And we were able to cut that 16-point lead and go in at halftime only down 4. And then I thought we played really well in the second half. And everyone contributed. We were in a lot of foul trouble in the first half. Both of these guys had 2. Guillermo had 2, and so we had some odd lineups out there, but our guys stepped up and responded. I thought Cam was terrific to have a double-double, and to some of the plays that he made defensively, make his foul shots, to rebound the basketball. At the end, we just wanted to put the ball in Jaland's hands and let him make plays, and he was able to do that. But I thought Jorge's 3 and getting fouled on the 3 were huge, and stepping up and making those plays, and just really, really proud of our team because it's a gutsy win facing adversity.
Cam, what went into your game today? You had, I think, a season high in points and rebounds that got you going.
I just knew somebody had to step up. Well, it was a collective team effort to step up, but with Ish being out, it just had to be more aggressive offensively.
Jaland, what did you see from Diva? You kind of handled the ball and helped initiate some offense with Ish out.
I thought Bieber was really good today. He handled the ball at tough times, made a lot of big plays, and that's just what we expect from him right now. Don't care if he's a freshman or not. We expect him to do that, and he holds himself to that expectation. So we trust in him, and he did a good job today.
Did you feel an extra load because Ish didn't play?
Nah, I just felt like I just needed to do what the team needed me to do. That's all it was.
Coach,
Get these guys first so they can get out.
did a sequence yeah, sorry.
Cam,
Yeah, go ahead.
Cam, you guys are down 16. You're without Ish. How much did you guys getting it down to 4 at halftime? How much momentum do you feel, as Coach was saying, heading into the second half?
We was down 16. Didn't even feel like that. We was just chipping away. And at halftime, you could definitely feel the momentum shift, especially with the Tex, and we just got it going. But I felt like there was a lot of energy from the fans that helped us out because we were sluggish coming out. Then at the end of the first half, we just rallied together. So.
Jaland, you really kind of another game in the second half. I think you had 18 after halftime. And what kind of goes in your head whenever it's halftime and you just kind of need to get it going?
Just need to take it to another level, do whatever we need to do to win, and if that's me being more aggressive, that's me passing the ball even more, then that's what I got to do in order to try and win.
Jaland, you hear his assessment. Did it not feel like you guys were down 16 points? Because you guys were so locked in, or what was going on that got you guys to kind of quickly erase that lead at the end of the first half?
I'm not like Cam. I felt that. I felt it for sure. I felt it every second of it. But yeah, like you said, the Tex, Coach, getting a little Tech helped fire us up even more. But yeah, the crowd really helped us get into it, and we appreciate the crowd for that. That they help a lot. We try to emphasize that. They give us a lot of energy, and we got together and just finished the half out strong.
Seemed like you guys switched up a few things defensively. They were able to get some drives early. You guys had to cut that off and force them to have to win with rebounds and three-point shooting. What was the talk to kind of improve on defense in the game?
We just go back to our principles, everything that we've leaned on for the last couple of weeks. Get our minds right, and Coach has showed us what it takes to win, what our defensive efforts look like when we win. So we had to go back to that, and switch up things every now and then just to give offenses and other teams a little different look. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to rebounding and effort.
Jaland, you guys have faced some adversity here over the first couple of months. What have you learned about your teammates here through what you guys have fought through?
That we're a bunch of fighters. That we don't quit, and we're gonna band together every day. One guy gets hurt, another guy steps up. That's all it is. We trust one another. So it's just another game. We know we can trust our brothers.
Thanks, guys.
team didn't know it. You didn't know that Ish wouldn't be ready until 12:15. What happened?
We thought that he wouldn't, but there was a chance.
Mm.
He got hurt Saturday in practice. He stepped on Jalen's foot and rolled his ankle. And so he hasn't practiced since Saturday. We were off Sunday. He didn't practice Monday or Tuesday. But there was a chance, so he worked out probably around a little bit around noon. And it was in that workout where we knew that he wouldn't be able to go. He's fine straight ahead, but laterally pushing off, he couldn't do that. And so that's when we knew for sure that he wouldn't be able to play.
Can we expect him on Saturday?
I don't know. We'll see.
Coach, is there a science to getting a tech when you're down double digits? That you pay with 2 free throws, but as Jalen said, kind of fired the team up and the crowd up.
Well, I wasn't trying to. I'm really not sure what I did or said because I was talking to my team. But if that's what fired us up, then fine. I actually thought we were playing well before that. So I don't think maybe that took it to another level. I don't know, but I thought we had started to play with the type of force and energy that's necessary to be a good team. We had started to do that. So I certainly wasn't trying to get one in that moment when we had a little bit of momentum. But I'm really proud of how our guys stepped up.
In the second half, you really got Jalen going on a lot of pick and rolls, and it seemed like he was just making a lot of the right decisions. What kind of comes over him in the second half whenever the ball's just in his hands like that?
Well, he's a good player, period. I mean, and one of the things with good players, I think Jalen's as good a guard as there is in college basketball. And with good players, you just want to put them in positions where they can make reads and make plays. And they tried to ice ball screens and drop. That's their coverage that they had mainly played. We wanted to get them off the ball a little bit, put them in some dribble handoffs to soften the coverage a little bit. I thought early in the half, he did a great job of making passes and trusting his teammates. And then that opened up some areas for him.
Between Ish being out and some of the foul trouble, were you playing with a bunch of lineups that maybe didn't get a ton of work with each other?
Yeah, absolutely. We were.
What was Amos's impact on the game? It seemed like he came in with some big rebounds to help kind of switch things around in the end of the first half, and especially on defense as well.
Yeah, well, I thought just his impact rebounding. He wasn't as good offensively as he normally is. But rebounding the basketball, I actually thought he did a pretty good job defensively. He's a good player, man, and he's learning our style of basketball here and adjusting. There were a couple times in the second half where I'm yelling at him to get on the free throw. They're shooting a free throw, and he's thinking foreign rules where you can't have another guy. And so it's just all those, even for me, I forget that sometimes because I'm around him so much, and he speaks English so well, I kind of forget that he's from another country at times, and that this is his first time playing this style of basketball. But for him to come in and have 6 rebounds and make some of the plays that he made passing the basketball is huge for us.
Jeff, before Sam Houston, there have been 4 or 5 games for Cam where he didn't have the game offensively. What's been different for him, or especially here tonight?
Well, I think even when he didn't score, I thought at times he played well. And what I mean by that, Cam can really pass. And our guards get a lot of attention. And so I thought he was really good on some of his passes on the short rolls, spraying it out for threes or maybe a hockey assist. And so even though maybe some people didn't think he was playing well, I thought there were a lot of good things that he was doing. And that's what we tried to emphasize with him, is to do those things. The thing we've challenged him since he's been here is to rebound the basketball better. But again, it's a guy that's, for the season prior to this game, was averaging double-figure points, a little bit over 5 rebounds, and I think one of the top 5 guys in field goal percentage in this league. That's an upgrade of what we've had. And it's not a knock on anything that we've had, but I think there are a lot of things that he's done. Today, he was able to take advantage of the attention with Jalen. And so he was able to get in there and finish some plays. Sam Houston, he was able to take advantage of some lobs and finish some plays. And so it was really good to see him do that. We feel very comfortable with Cam, on those short rolls, 15, 17 feet, shooting the basketball. He's shown in practice that he can do that at a high level. My thing is our thing that we need him to continue to rebound and continue to do the things that we deem necessary and that we value, and not necessarily what anyone else thinks.
Without Ish and Dame tonight, how did you see Jaland show his leadership?
Yeah, I thought, especially when we were down, his presence in the huddles, at halftime, when I walked in there, you know, the command that he had, and then just his play. You know, towards the end of the first half, you know, we got a matchup that we wanted, and he trusted and he made a pass to Biba, and I think that was maybe one of our first threes, or maybe our second three. And so he trusted. To start the second half, he trusted. And I thought that was big. But it was also really cool to watch Ish and watch Dame, you know, in huddles at halftime, to watch their leadership as well.
With a quick turnaround, what do you know about Stanford?
I don't know anything. I know a little bit because I watched them play Cal, as I was watching Cal. I know their big kid is really, really freaking good. I mean, I was really impressed with them in that Cal game. I'd heard a lot about him, but that was my first time seeing him play. And he's really, really good. He's as good a player as I've seen this year, averaging about 21 and 12 and unbelievable percentages. In that game against Cal, Jaland Blake's the transfer from Duke, played really well, but I don't know much about him. I'll start looking at them extensively this evening.
How important was Biba tonight?
He was huge. Look, all of them were important. You know, Ish is our leading scorer, our second leading rebounder, and he's our best defender.
Were there?
He was our leading rebounder, 6.3. He's 6.1. So, you know, he's as important as anyone as we have on our team. And with him out, you know, I thought all of the guys stepped up. Everybody. I thought Guillermo played really, really well. He just was in foul trouble. It stunk that he was in foul trouble, but I thought he did some really, really good things. Like I mentioned, Jorge Amsel came in. Papa was really good, especially in the second half. So, really, really proud of the group effort that we had. Go ahead.
Were there any defensive adjustments made at halftime that were able to curb like the Cal offense?
One of the big things that we talked about, we didn't do a good job of it in the first half. We talked about this for the 2 days prior leading up to it this morning in shoot around, that we did not do a good job in the first half. We weren't in the gaps early on drives, and we didn't talk. And that was one of the big adjustments we talked about, just getting back to doing what we talked about doing, being in the gaps early to build out, and then talking. And so I thought we did that, and I thought that helped us in the second half. The other big thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that we rebounded. They had 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. They finished with 11. So I thought that was huge to keep them off the glass.